There are police killings and there are police killings, and we should not make the mistake of thinking that they're all the same or just lump them into the same bucket. I want to talk about the police killing of 16-year-old Makhia Bryant in Columbus, Ohio. Now, we don't know all the facts of the case, but we do know the policeman was called to the scene. And he arrives in the scene and he finds that a young black woman, this is Makhia Bryant, has a knife and she is in the process of stabbing another young black girl. And so the policeman draws his weapon and fires to save the life of the other girl. Now, already the facts of this case, which seem clear enough, at least from the policeman's point of view, are being obfuscated, are being distorted in all kinds of ways. Here's Makhia Bryant's own mom talking about her daughter's angelic nature. Listen.
Makhia was named after a male prophet in the Bible. She was a very loving, peaceful little girl. She was 16 years old. She was an honor roll student. And Makhia had a motherly nature about her. She promoted peace.
A motherly nature? She was a prophet of peace? Really? Well, that's not what we saw on the videotape. I understand that this is how moms tend to speak about their kids, even when their kids have gone badly wrong. But less excusable, if you will, is what other people are saying. Here's Valerie Jarrett, Obama's sidekick. And she goes, why is this cop, says Valerie Jarrett, shooting this girl multiple times, quote, in order to break up a knife fight? First of all, it's not a knife fight. A knife fight is when you have two people who both have knives and they are somehow challenging each other or having a sort of a duel. No, that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is that Makhia Bryant has a knife, and the other girl, as far as the cop can see, is completely unarmed and is in the process of being knifed, of being stabbed, if not murdered. This is not a knife fight. So there's a deliberate attempt at deception here. And then it carries over to the White House. Here's the press secretary, Jen Psaki, who says of Makhia Bryant, she was a child. Now you see right here the insidious effort to make Makhia Bryant the victim and presumably the cop the villain. This is a complete transference of responsibility, of who the real victim is and who the real perpetrator is. In fact, the real victim is the girl who was being stabbed. The policeman rushes to her rescue. He is her rescuer. The perpetrator is Makhia Bryant, who was in the process of trying to take someone else's life and lost her own life as a result. Bottom line, let's try to keep our heads screwed on right before we send the message to victims that it's open season on you as long as it's a black perpetrator, and before we send the message to cops that you're not allowed to be the rescuer. Ultimately, it is society that depends on the cops, not the other way around.